Have you ever wondered what happens to your body when you dive deep underwater? What incredible changes occur as you leave the world of air and enter the high-pressure realm beneath the waves? Welcome to English Smarties, the place where you practice your English listening skills with captivating topics. Today, we're diving into the fascinating science of how the human body copes with the incredible pressures of the underwater world. Imagine you're standing in your room right now. The air around you has weight, and it's pushing on your body from all directions. We call this air pressure, but we don't feel it because our bodies are perfectly balanced with it, but water is much heavier than air. When you go underwater, that weight pushes on you with incredible force. This is water pressure, and the deeper you go, the stronger it gets. Think of it like having books stacked on your head. One book feels light, but 10 books? That's much heavier. Going deeper underwater is exactly like adding more and more books. For every 10 meters you descend, the pressure doubles. At just 10 meters deep, your body experiences twice the pressure it feels on land. That's a massive change. Now let's explore a crucial science rule called Boyle's Law. Don't worry, it sounds complicated, but the idea is beautifully simple. Boyle's Law explains how gases behave under pressure. When pressure increases, the volume of gas decreases. Imagine taking a balloon underwater. Watch what happens. At 10 meters, our balloon becomes half its original size. At 30 meters, it's just 1/4. The same amount of air is inside, but it's being squeezed into a much smaller space. This exact same thing happens to the air spaces in a diver's body, especially their lungs. When they breathe compressed air underwater, that air becomes much denser. Here's the critical safety rule. If a diver holds their breath while ascending, that compressed air will expand like an overinflating balloon. This is extremely dangerous. That's why the #1 rule of scuba diving is, never, ever hold your breath. Always breathe normally, especially when ascending. Now let's discover Henry's Law using something you know well, a fizzy soda. Before you open it, carbon dioxide gas is dissolved in the liquid under high pressure. But twist that cap, psh, the pressure drops, and suddenly the gas can't stay dissolved. It comes out as thousands of tiny bubbles. That's Henry's Law in action. The same thing happens in a diver's body. Under high pressure, nitrogen from the air they breathe dissolves into their blood and tissues, just like gas dissolving in soda. The deeper and longer they stay, the more nitrogen dissolves. While they're deep, this isn't a problem, but if they ascend too quickly, those dissolved nitrogen molecules try to come out all at once, forming dangerous bubbles inside the body. This serious condition is called decompression sickness, or the bends. The name the bends comes from the 19th century, when workers in high-pressure chambers would emerge bent over in pain. Bubbles can form anywhere, in joints causing pain, in skin causing rashes, or dangerously in the brain and spinal cord, blocking blood flow and oxygen delivery. Treatment requires a recompression chamber where pressure is increased to shrink the bubbles, then slowly decreased over many hours to allow safe nitrogen elimination. There's another nitrogen-related challenge called nitrogen narcosis. Divers sometimes call it the martini effect because it can make someone feel like they've had a drink. High-pressure nitrogen affects the brain, slowing thinking and impairing judgment. This is dangerous when you need to make critical safety decisions underwater. Symptoms include euphoria, overconfidence, and forgetting basic safety procedures. A diver might ignore their air supply or depth limits. The good news? Unlike the bends, nitrogen narcosis disappears almost instantly when a diver ascends to shallower water. The effects are completely reversible. For divers who need to go extremely deep, exploring caves, wrecks, or ocean canyons, regular air isn't safe enough. They need a better solution. Enter Trimix, a carefully crafted mixture of 3 gases: oxygen, nitrogen, and helium. You know helium makes balloons float and voices squeaky, but it's perfect for deep diving. Unlike nitrogen, helium doesn't cause narcosis, keeping divers mentally sharp at extreme depths. Helium is also lighter than nitrogen, moving in and out of body tissues faster. This helps with decompression management, though it requires much more complex ascent schedules. Trimix divers might spend hours making decompression stops on their way up, following precise schedules to safely eliminate both helium and nitrogen from their systems. This requires extensive training and experience. It's only for the most serious and skilled divers, but it opens up incredible underwater frontiers. What an incredible scientific journey. We've explored water pressure, Boyle's Law, Henry's Law, decompression sickness, nitrogen narcosis, and the amazing solution of Trimix. This science transforms dangerous underwater exploration into safe adventure, revealing ocean worlds most people only see in pictures. Now it's your turn. Here's our discussion question. If you could be a deep-sea explorer for one day, what would you most want to discover? A new species? A famous shipwreck? An underwater volcano? Share your amazing ideas in the comments below. There are no wrong answers, so be creative and join our learning community. We hope you enjoyed learning about diving science while practicing your English. Remember, every step in your learning journey makes you stronger. If you found this video helpful, be sure to come back for more. And remember, stay curious.